The eraser tools are quite powerful and can help you to create some very interesting artwork. Not only do they erase pixels, but they can also protect pixels. I'm going to add another layer to this snowman document, and I'm going to double click on the actual layer with the artwork and just unlock it. So I can drag this layer underneath it and then give it a color. So I think I'll fill that with a blue. Alright, now I'm going to go to the snowman layer and I'm going to grab my eraser tool, just the regular old eraser. If I click and hold my mouse down on the tool, it reveals that there are two other erasers in here. Let's just start off with the good old eraser. With this tool selected, I can change my brush size, and what I can do is paint. What happens is it always erases to the layer underneath it, as you see here, which is blue. So if I hide that, you see we're painting to transparency. What I can also do is hit D on the keyboard and show you that that same thing applies. Whenever you have a color that's white, you're always going to paint to that color unless you have a layer underneath it. In this case, I'm painting to the background. Let me go ahead and undo that a couple times. I can also change the way the eraser works. So I can work with a pencil, which gives you a hard brush. I can work with a block. And I can also work with the opacity. So I can drop the opacity down at this eraser. And when I erase on this layer, you see I get a little bit of a 50-50 here. So I'm painting at 50%. And I can see some of the erasing that I did in the layer underneath it when I had it selected. So let me undo that a couple times. I can also erase the history. I can work on the flow and drop that down as well. And I can also erase in airbrush mode. Let me go ahead and return those guys to normal. The background eraser tool is very interesting because it allows you to erase the background, but it also lets you do something very interesting. It lets you protect the foreground color. So let's say I want to protect this light color here. I'll grab my eyedropper and click on it, and now it's in my swatches. So when I erase and I'm on the edge, it will try its best to protect it. See that? So all you have to do is make sure you're on the right layer, and when you paint around it, it's going to erase behind it and try its best not to erase the artwork itself. But if I click too hard and I'm inside it, it's going to erase it anyway. And last but not least, let me show you the coolness of the Magic Eraser. There's so much magic in Adobe products. You have the Magic Wand, Magic Lasso, and now the Magic Eraser. This tool will allow me to click and automatically erase pixels. And that looks kind of creepy actually, invisible snowman here. So what I'm going to do is click on the hat, and I'll click here, and I'll click on the scarf, and as you can see, it's erasing to the background, and I'll go ahead and hide that background. So there you have it. Those are the eraser tools. You can use them to erase pixels, to protect pixels, and also reveal things in another layer so that you can create some interesting artwork.